Hi, it's Ashley again. And if you saw the video about my mom's memory struggles, you probably remember how much we feared she was slipping away. Not just her memory, but her spark, her joy, her identity. There were mornings when she couldn't remember the name of her own grandson, days when she forgot how to make her favorite soup, nights when she cried in silence, whispering, "What's happening to me?" I was terrified, and maybe you know exactly what that feels like. But then, something shifted. Not because of a fancy supplement or a long list of complicated routines. It started with just 3 minutes, every morning, one simple habit. And today, I want to show you exactly how to do it. Because this small ritual brought my mom back from the fog. It brought laughter back to our kitchen, confidence back to her voice, and peace back to my heart. And I believe it might do the same for you. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. How old are you and where are you listening from? Leave your answer in the comments. I'd love to know who's here with us. Let's begin this journey together, because this isn't just a habit, it's a lifeline. So, what exactly is this magical 3-minute habit? Let me tell you up front, it's not a pill, not a workout, not even a supplement. It's something you already do, but probably not like this. It's deep breathing, but done with intention, with rhythm, with awareness, and most importantly, with love. Just 3 minutes each morning of guided, focused breathing. That's it. And no, this isn't some trendy wellness fad. This is backed by science, by experience, and by something even more powerful: hope. Just breathe, but do it right. Think about it for a second. When we're stressed, what's the first thing someone says? Take a deep breath. That's not just comforting advice, it's biology in action. When you breathe deeply, slowly from your belly, you activate a powerful part of your nervous system called the parasympathetic nervous system. It's what tells your brain and body, you're safe, you can relax, you can focus. And that's not all. Researchers from Harvard and the National Institutes of Health have found that deep, rhythmic breathing increases oxygen delivery to the brain, improves blood flow, and reduces levels of the stress hormone cortisol. It literally feeds your brain. It's like opening the curtains and letting light pour into a dark room. But I'm not a yoga person. You don't have to be. My mom? She's never done yoga in her life. She used to think meditation was for other people. But this was different. This was simple, natural, familiar. All she had to do was sit down, breathe, and be present, just for 3 minutes. She didn't need fancy apps or perfect posture. She just needed a chair, a little quiet, and the willingness to try. And something incredible happened. Her mind began to clear. The fog didn't lift overnight, but little by little she began to feel like herself again. Now that you know what the habit is, let me show you exactly how to do it. This isn't about doing it perfectly. It's about showing up for yourself for just 3 minutes. Let's break it down, step by step. Step 1, find a quiet spot. This could be the edge of your bed, your kitchen table, your porch, or even a sunny corner of the living room. That's where my mom started, sitting on her old recliner, a blanket over her knees, morning light spilling through the window. No distractions, no phone, just a moment of peace. Step 2, sit comfortably. You don't need to sit cross-legged or on the floor. Just plant your feet on the ground, sit up tall, and rest your hands gently on your lap or on your belly. That's what my mom does. One hand on her chest, one on her stomach. It helps her feel her breath moving. Step 3, set a timer. Optional. Some people like structure, others don't. You can use a simple kitchen timer or your phone set to 3 minutes, or just count your breaths. 10 slow, deep breaths is a great starting point. Step 4, begin the breath. This is the core. Breathe in slowly through your nose. For a count of 4, hold gently. For a count of 2, then exhale slowly through your mouth. For a count of 6, like this. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel the tension leave your chest. Feel your brain wake up. Step 5. Add a thought or intention. Optional but powerful. Sometimes my mom whispers something to herself while breathing. A simple phrase like, "I am safe. My mind is clear. Today is a good day. I am not broken. I'm healing." This isn't just nice. It trains the brain to connect breathing with emotional strength. Step 6. Repeat every morning. That's the magic. It's not about doing it once. It's about consistency. Same time, same spot, same rhythm. Over time, it becomes a ritual, a routine, a lifeline. As my mom says, when I skip a day, I feel the difference. My mind is noisier. But when I breathe, it's like everything softens. Here's something you may not know. After age 60, your brain begins to change more rapidly than in any other decade of life. It's not just about getting older. It's about how your neurons communicate, how blood flows through your brain, and how stress silently steals your clarity. But the good news? This simple 3-minute habit speaks the language of the aging brain. What happens to the brain after 60? Let's break it down. Blood flow slows down. As we age, the vessels that carry oxygen to the brain can stiffen. Less oxygen, slower thinking, foggy memory, and fatigue. Stress becomes chronic. Cortisol, the stress hormone, builds up more easily. It shrinks areas of the brain responsible for memory, like the hippocampus. Neuroplasticity declines. The brain becomes less flexible. It takes longer to learn new things or recover from confusion. But that doesn't mean decline is inevitable. It means we need daily habits that protect the brain's structure, boost circulation, and calm stress. Why deep breathing is the perfect match. Here's why deep breathing is so powerful, especially for someone over 60. It increases oxygen delivery to brain tissue, like watering a thirsty garden. It activates the vagus nerve, which calms anxiety and lowers blood pressure. It boosts the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports memory, learning, and neuron repair. That's not just theory. A study published in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience showed that just 10 minutes a day of paced breathing improved focus, emotional balance, and working memory in older adults. Harvard researchers also found that intentional breathwork reduced age-related cognitive decline more than many pharmaceutical interventions. So when my mom sits in her chair each morning, breathing with intention, she's not just calming herself, she's literally training her brain to stay sharp. The garden analogy that changed everything for me. I once read something that stuck with me. The aging brain is like a garden. It doesn't stop growing. It just needs more gentle care. Deep breathing is the watering can. It doesn't fix everything in a day. But give it time and you'll see new life returning. My mom did. Bit by bit, her memory improved. But also, her confidence, her balance, her peace. That's the power of this ritual. It works with your body, not against it. And for someone over 60, that makes all the difference. The first thing that changed was her eyes. Not her memory, not her words, but her eyes. After the third morning of breathing, I noticed it. She looked lighter, like something inside had relaxed. "I don't know what it is," she said, "but I feel a little clearer." She hadn't remembered anyone's birthday yet. She still double-checked the oven 3 times, but I saw it, a spark returning. Victory. 1. The grocery list. 1 week in, she wrote her grocery list again. Not much, just 5 items, and she brought it home. She didn't lose it. She didn't forget why she went. She smiled at me like a little kid with a gold star. "Look, sweetheart, I remembered everything." We both cried. Victory. 2. The names came back. 10 days into the ritual, she pointed at a photo of my son and said, "That's Jacob." No hesitation, no searching. Her voice didn't shake, her eyes didn't dart. She knew. That one name, spoken with certainty, was like a miracle. "It came back," she whispered. His name just came back. And with it, a piece of her came back too. Victory. 3. Storytelling again. By the end of the second week, she told a full story at the dinner table. No pauses. No forgetting where she was going. Just laughter, like old times. And afterward, she said something that broke me. "I thought I'd lost this part of me forever." Victory. 4. Standing taller. Something else happened that I didn't expect. She started walking with more confidence. Her posture changed. Her hands shook less. I believe it was because she wasn't afraid anymore. Fear had made her small. This habit made her brave again. And bravery changes everything. These weren't big, dramatic transformations. They were small, sacred steps back to herself. And they added up. Now imagine what could happen if you started your own journey. Just 3 minutes each morning. Not to be perfect, not to fix everything, but to take one step, then another, and another. Because that's how healing begins. Let's be real for a second. Not every morning is peaceful. Some days are rushed, some are noisy, some are heavy, and not everyone feels comfortable sitting still for 3 minutes. That's okay. This habit was never meant to be rigid. It's meant to be yours. Here are simple ways to make it fit your body, your energy, your life. Option 1. Do it in bed, before your feet touch the floor. This is how my mom started on rougher mornings. She would wake up, sit up in bed with pillows behind her, close her eyes, and just breathe. No timer, no rules, just a few deep breaths before starting the day. Sometimes she whispered her intention. Today, I will not be afraid of forgetting. Even from bed, it grounded her. Option 2. Pair it with your morning tea or coffee. Create a ritual within a ritual. While the kettle boils, while your coffee brews, while your mug warms your hands, just breathe. Even standing by the kitchen window, you can do it. Inhale, hold, exhale. Smile. One habit leads to another, my mom says. Now, I breathe before I sip. Option 3. Walking breath, for people who can't sit still. Some people feel anxious sitting in silence, so try a walking breath. Take a slow stroll, on your porch, in your yard, or even inside the house. Match your steps to your breath. Inhale for 4 steps, exhale for 6 steps. Repeat. It becomes a moving meditation, perfect for releasing morning tension. Option 4. Chair breathing, for limited mobility. If standing or walking is tough, sit in a firm chair. Rest your feet flat on the ground. Let your hands relax on your thighs. Breathe deeply with your eyes open or closed. This was my mom's go-to for months. Even with my arthritis, she said, I can always sit and breathe. And that's more than enough. Bonus: nighttime breathing, for sleep and calm. Although this ritual began as a morning habit, some days my mom repeats it at night. It helps her release the worries of the day. Breathing deeply while lying in bed, letting go of regret, fear, confusion. It became a gentle bookend to her day. You see, this isn't about doing it perfectly. It's about doing it faithfully. 3 minutes can look different for each person, and that's the beauty of it. Whether you're 61 or 91, standing or resting, anxious or hopeful, this ritual can meet you exactly where you are. When something feels this simple, it's natural to ask, is this really doing anything? I asked the same question. So did my mom. And the answer? Yes. The science behind this ritual is not only real, it's growing stronger every year. The brain needs oxygen and breathing feeds it. Let's start with something basic. Your brain uses 20% of the oxygen in your entire body, even though it's only 2% of your weight. That means when your breathing improves, your brain is the first to benefit. Deeper breaths, more oxygen, born clearer thoughts. It's not magic, it's biology. What studies say? Harvard Medical School reports that controlled breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, slowing the heart rate and reducing anxiety. A study in the Journal of Neurophysiology showed that paced breathing increases connectivity in areas of the brain tied to attention, memory, and emotion. Stanford University researchers found that intentional breathing patterns can reduce stress and improve emotional control, especially in older adults. The NIH, National Institutes of Health, confirmed that short daily breathing sessions improved sleep, memory, and mental clarity in people over 60. That's not wishful thinking. That's hard evidence. Ancient wisdom, modern proof breathing techniques have been around for centuries, used by monks, healers, and spiritual leaders. The difference today? Now we have scans, tests, and tools to prove what they always knew. Stillness is medicine. Breath is power. And that power belongs to you. A simple analogy: the dusty library. Imagine your brain as an old library. Each breath you take is like a soft breeze opening the windows, letting light in, blowing the dust off forgotten pages. Breathing clears the shelves. It lights up the corners. It makes the knowledge easier to find. That's what my mom felt. "The fog is lifting," she said. "I can find my words again." And that's exactly what the science confirms. Let's be honest. Breathing alone won't solve everything, but when paired with a few other small natural habits, it becomes even more powerful. Think of your brain like a garden. Breath is the water, but it also needs sunlight, good soil, and care. Here are 3 simple strategies that helped my mom feel sharper, calmer, and more alive, day after day. 1. Sleep, the silent brain repair system. After starting her breathing habit, my mom realized she was sleeping better, and that mattered more than we imagined. During sleep, your brain clears out waste. Literally, your brain cleans itself at night, stores new memories, repairs tired or damaged neurons. But here's the catch: poor sleep blocks all of that. So we made a few changes. She started going to bed 30 minutes earlier. She turned off the TV at least 1 hour before sleeping. She drank a cup of warm herbal tea, chamomile or lemon balm. And every time she practiced deep breathing before bed, it worked like a signal. It's time to rest. You're safe. Let go. She started waking up with more clarity and more peace. 2. Hydration, fueling your mental energy. Dehydration is sneaky. Even mild dehydration, just 2%, can cause brain fog, headaches, poor concentration, memory slips. My mom used to say, "I drink when I'm thirsty." But thirst isn't the first sign of dehydration, it's a late one. So we created a simple rule: 1 glass of water after every meal. She also started keeping a glass near her breathing spot, sipping before or after her 3-minute ritual. It made a bigger difference than she expected. "My head feels clearer," she said. "I didn't realize how much I needed water." 3. Nutrition, brain-boosting foods made simple. You don't need a fancy diet. Just a few brain-loving foods each day can change everything. Some of my mom's favorites became blueberries, for antioxidants that protect memory, walnuts, rich in omega-3s for brain health, boiled eggs, choline, memory support, leafy greens like spinach or kale for focus and energy. She didn't overhaul her kitchen. She just started adding a few helpful things in one at a time. And over time, her mind felt less tired, more alive. These small strategies aren't complicated, but together they create a ripple effect. Better sleep, clearer thoughts, more hydration, more focus, nourishing food, stronger memory, deep breathing, calmer brain. And the best part? Every single one is natural, affordable, and doable. Even if you're 60, 70, 80, or 90, it's never too late to care for your mind. My mom once said something I'll never forget. She was sitting on the porch, notebook in hand, sunlight on her face. She turned to me and whispered, "I thought I was fading, but I was just waiting for something to bring me back." That something wasn't complicated. It wasn't expensive. It was a 3-minute habit. Just her breath, her courage, and it changed everything. Let's recap the daily habit that could change your life. Step 1, find a quiet spot. Step 2, sit comfortably. Step 3, breathe in for 4. Hold for 2. Breathe out for 6. Step 4. Repeat for 3 minutes. Optional, add a calming phrase or thought. Do it every morning, before the world gets loud, that's it. No pills, no pressure, just breath and presence. And if my mom could do it, at 76, scared and unsure, so can you. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are still here, still capable, still full of life. And sometimes all it takes is one small choice to begin again. If you're willing to breathe with me just for 3 minutes a day, maybe this is where your story shifts too. Your turn. Let's talk now. I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried a habit like this? What would you whisper to yourself during those 3 minutes? And most importantly, how old are you? And where are you listening from? Share your answers in the comments. You might inspire someone else to begin. And if this message touched your heart, even a little, like this video, subscribe to the channel and send this to someone you love, because 3 minutes a day might be the greatest gift you ever give. To yourself, to your memory, to your future. Hope is real, healing is possible, and your breath is the beginning.